When Ozzy Osbourne passed on July 22, 2025, the music world trembled in mourning. Tributes poured in from every corner of the industry. Metallica, Coldplay, Alice Cooper, and Johnny Depp joined millions of fans in honoring the man who forever reshaped heavy metal. Yet, amid the collective voice of remembrance, one absence echoed louder than most: the Beatles, or what remains of them, offered no formal public tribute. This silence raised eyebrows, not because of tension or indifference, but because Ozzy himself was one of the Beatles' most devoted fans. He often credited "She Loves You" as the song that changed his life, the spark that pulled him from the darkness of Birmingham's slums into the dream of music. "The Beatles made me want to live," Ozzy once said, "they were my escape." He carried that love through his entire life, citing John Lennon as a personal hero. In 2010, Ozzy even released a cover of Lennon's "How" as part of an Amnesty International campaign. That tribute was no small act. It was Ozzy's way of thanking a man who gave him hope. His funeral wish, repeated in multiple interviews, was that a Beatles song, not his own, be played when he died. So why, then, did Paul McCartney or Ringo Starr remain publicly silent? Some speculate it's generational. The Beatles have long stepped back from public commentary unless deeply personal. Others suggest that private condolences may have been sent quietly to the Osbourne family, outside the spotlight. It wouldn't be out of character. Paul has done the same for many, including David Bowie and George Martin, with little fanfare. Then there's the reality that Ozzy and the Beatles, despite mutual admiration, never shared a direct collaborative history. They moved in different circles: Ozzy the Prince of Darkness, the godfather of metal; the Beatles the architects of pop's spiritual revolution. Their music rarely intersected, though their impact on each other was undeniable. Interestingly, only John Lennon's official Instagram account, managed by his estate, shared a short tribute. A vintage photo of Ozzy simply stating, "Ozzy Osbourne, rest in peace." It was subtle, but enough to suggest that, at least in spirit, Lennon might have answered Ozzy's lifelong devotion. In the end, perhaps the silence from the Beatles wasn't neglect, but reverence. Ozzy didn't need public praise. He had already given the Beatles his heart. And in a way, his entire life was a tribute to them. As he once put it, "I'm just a guy from Birmingham who heard the Beatles and believed in something bigger." And that, more than any statement, tells the story of their bond.